Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther with momodestyle.com. On this channel, I bring you easy to follow DIY sewing tutorials. In today's tutorial, we'll be making a reversible satin bonnet for short hair and short hairstyles. I also have recommendation for other bonnet sizes in the description box, so be sure to check that out. If you are new here and you are yet to subscribe, please make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when I upload new tutorials like this one. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I'll be using the following materials and tools: a pattern paper, half yard of ankara fabric, half yard of satin fabric, 3/4 inch elastic, marking pens, some sewing pins, 2 safety pins, scissors, pinking shears, and a clear ruler. To draft my pattern, I'm going to start by folding the pattern paper in half lengthwise, and I'll fold it again in half, and then I'll take the ruler and measure a radius of 9.5 inches. Starting from the folded edge, I'll measure 9.5 inches and pivot the ruler all the way down, measuring 9.5 inches. This radius is for a moderate sized bonnet. You can check the description box for recommended radius for other bonnet sizes. Now I'm going to connect the points together with a smooth curve and then cut out the arc using my scissors. And there I have my perfect circle. Moving on to the next step in this tutorial, I've already gone ahead to place the ankara fabric on the satin fabric with right sides facing each other. Now I'm going to place my pattern paper on both fabrics and secure the pattern with some pins, after which I'll cut out the bonnet. Now that I'm done cutting, the next step is to remove the pattern paper and then pin the ankara and satin fabric together around the perimeter of the bonnet, leaving about 2 inches gap. Okay, so I'm just marking my 2 inches gap now so that when I go to the sewing machine, I'll be reminded to leave the 2 inches gap unsewn. Starting from one of the marks I made for my 2 inches gap, I'm going to join the satin and ankara fabric with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Remember to backstitch at the beginning and at the end when you get to the other mark. Now I'm done sewing and I left the 2 inches gap. Now the next step is to trim down the seams. So using my pinking shears, I'm going to be trimming down about 1/4 inch of the seam allowance, and the essence of this is to reduce bulk, and eventually when I turn the bonnet right sides out, I'm going to have a smoother finish. Okay, now I'm done trimming. The next step is to turn the bonnet right sides out through that opening that we left earlier. Now I'm just smoothing out the edges with my fingers, and once I'm done, I'll take the bonnet to the ironing board and give it a very good press. Moving on to the next step in this project. The elastic I'm using for this bonnet is 21 inches long, and that's because my head circumference is 21 inches. The elastic is 3/4 inch wide, and so I'll be creating a casing that is 1 inch wide, and that's because I need some wiggle room for the elastic. So as you can see, I'm just marking out 1 inch for my elastic casing. Once I'm done, I'm going to take the bonnet to the sewing machine and stitch all around with 1 inch seam allowance. But this time around, I'm not going to leave any gap. Moving on to the next step, I'm going to attach my safety pins on both ends of the elastic, and then I'll feed the elastic in through the 2-inch opening. Now you may be wondering, what is the essence of the second safety pin? Well, it's going to help to prevent the elastic from being lost in the casing as I feed it in. Once I've fed in the elastic, I'm going to redistribute and then align the two edges of the elastic and close it up with a zigzag stitch. As you can see, I've already closed up the elastic with a zigzag stitch, and now I'm just redistributing again, and then the final thing is to close up that 2-inch opening with a straight stitch. And that's it guys, our reversible satin bonnet is all ready. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials like this one. Let me also know in the comments section if you will be recreating this bonnet, and make sure to tag me on social media at Momode Style. I would love to see your work. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.